Tonight, here are the starters for Houston. Jalen Green is out there with Thompson. Then it's Tari Eason. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Denver, Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Murray out there with Michael Porter. And it's Watson in at the 3. Grant, nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
Well, you know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason payoff.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now, here's Green. 8 points in his last time out. And it's hammered home by Green.
Look, one of Green's many advantages is how quickly he gets off the floor.
Now let's find out what head coach David Adelman had to say. Allie LaForce.
We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game. And if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
And Allie, thank you for that.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
And it's Green missing. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Murray passes to Porter. He takes it in. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Outside Eason. Back to Green. And there's the screen. Watson with a rebound.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Green. And the layup is good off the glass. Green's got 6.
Look, I don't care if Green is shooting from outside or in the paint close. This man finds a way.
And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Outside, Green. Inside. Ooh, stolen by Murray. In transition, here they come. A nice shot by Watson.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Green, the pass to Brooks. Thompson, a screen on Murray. Back to Green. Murray against Brooks. Pass to Green, and here's Brooks. 4 on the clock. Late clock, Houston's got to hurry. Ooh, had a nice open look right there.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Murray. No points yet. Outside Watson. Pass to Murray. Tries it from 16. Rockets with a rebound.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Eason with the ball. Checked by Murray. Back to Eason. Throws it up high and stolen by Murray. Here's Jokic, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on Jalen Green.
Such a clever player. Jokic is adept at using his body to get these shooting fouls.
And Jokic drops them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay for the line.
Brooks against Murray. Thompson, a screen on Murray. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Brooks finds Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Love seeing Şengün go up strong, leaving no room for error with that finish.
Murray with it. No made baskets yet. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Here's Brooks. And that comes off the assist by Green.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Denver. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Nuggets here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Tari Eason is out there with Dillon Brooks. Then there's Alperen Şengün. Then it's Thompson, and it's Green in at the 1. Count that one.
A throwback wing. Dillon Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
The drive by Murray. Pass to Jokic. The 17-footer. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Jokic has got 9.
You have to appreciate guys who can work the mid-range area. It's clearly how you keep defenses honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
And that one's good. Green.
credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A. Because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Oh, explosive move. Sometimes Murray doesn't get enough credit for his athleticism.
Murray against Brooks. Outside for Green. Shot clock at 6. Porter with the steal. And here we go. The Nuggets on the fast break. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Right side Watson. Pass to Jokic. They kick it out to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Inside, Jokic drops it in.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Outside, Green. And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Jokic the screen. Murray for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day.
Oh, here's Jokic. Tipped away. On the wing, Murray. Green covering. Murray's shot is good.
We've seen Murray raise his game. Part of it is an increase in toughness, the ability to score when it's not simple.
Now here's Brooks. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
Since being selected in the 21 draft, Alperen Şengün has really improved.
Yeah, from 9 points per game as a rookie to over 20 in his third year, Şengün has averaged about 5 assists per game over a season. A huge number for a 6'11" post guy. He is so skilled.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. The free throw drops for Jokic.
Yeah, initially underestimated, Jokic has grown into a truly exceptional talent. We talk about modern bigs, but he's probably more like the big man of the future.
And it's hammered home by Green.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Now here's Gordon. To the inside. Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Five to shoot. Pulls up at the elbow. That one rolls around and rims out. Rockets trail by 5. Green with the ball. And Jokic picks him up defensively. Here's Şengün. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. Houston shooting their third free throw shot of the game. That free throw good from Şengün.
Şengün's fun to watch on the block. Drop steps, spin moves, up and unders. This man will put on a clinic down low.
Jokic with a screen on Green. Murray, no good. And here we go again. The Rockets in transition. Here's Eason. And that comes off the assist by Green. Green's got 3 assists tonight. From deep, Jokic. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for Houston. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure?
And fellas, you take a look at the Nuggets. A close game so far through the first half.
How have they kept it this close? Their D has been invisible.
Thanks as always.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And it's a role we don't always see him in, but he's done a great job tonight getting the rest of his team involved.
Zeke Naji out there with Dario Saric. Then there's Christian Brown. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
I love the power behind Westbrook's finish. He just dares the defense to get in his way.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Now here's Smith. On the wing, Whitmore. Back to Smith. No one near him. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Smith's got his first bucket of the night.
This is Smith's game. Set him up, and he'll knock him down.
Pass to Naji. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. All right, let's go to the leaderboard and see the top passing teams last season. The Nuggets third.
They were patient, and they were also unselfish. And it helps to have guys who are willing to make the next pass.
Outside Whitmore. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Brown. Knocks down the triple. Brown's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
On the wing, Green. Back to Whitmore. Oh, deflected. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Here's Strother. They get the rebound. Westbrook, the pass to Brown. To the paint. Clock at 6. Up top, Saric. Covered by Smith. Here's Brown. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. For Houston, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. And here's Tate outside. The shot, no good.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Saric, the pass to Brown. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by Landale. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Tate. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Hey, you can't block it. Sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And so Tate nails both of them. The Nuggets have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
ABA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Here's Landale. No points so far. Up top, Whitmore. Strother grabs a miss.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And one guy who's just scratching the surface of his potential, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, he's still very young, still gaining strength, but his upside on both ends is enormous.
Brown kicks it out to Westbrook. Clock at 4. Off target from 3-point range. Houston's shooting the ball incredibly well tonight. 73% from the floor. On the wing, Whitmore. Got a hand on it. Back come the Nuggets on the run. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, BA. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Now here's Westbrook. Pass to Saric. Here's Brown. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Pass to Tate for the lead. On target from range. Tate's got 5 points now this quarter.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter here. Left side, Whitmore. And the bucket is good.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
Westbrook, the pass to Brown. Najee sets a screen. Takes a 3. Sinks it from distance. Najee's got his first 3 points of the game.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Outside Whitmore. 11 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Brown. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. And right after... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Thompson. Then it's Dillon Brooks. And it's Green in at the point guard position.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Brooks outside. Green with a screen on Porter. Here's Thompson. Great D that time from Porter. And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To take the lead, outside Watson. Yep, that one's good.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Now here's Green. Green in the lane.
This is how special Green can be at times. When he's hot, he can be an incredible scorer.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Murray against Green. Jokic passes to Murray. Jokic with a screen on Green. Back to Jokic. The shot. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Now Brooks. Eason. Pass to Brooks. Eason, a screen on Murray. Here's Brooks. Out to Thompson. Out to the right wing. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. For Denver, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Murray against Green. And it's Murray off the drive. Pass to Gordon. It's stolen by Green.
They're starting a new trend with regard to turnovers. It's becoming problematic.
And there's the call on Jalen Green. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Jokic with a screen on Green. Murray passes to Jokic. Throw it down, Nikola.
Morphing from second-round pick to superstar. Jokic comes up big for this team night after night.
Left side, Green to the middle. Back to Şengün. Brooks against Murray. Just 5 on the clock. Şengün, a screen on Murray to take the lead. And there's Şengün on the assist by Brooks. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And that's an important shot from Şengün. He takes pride in delivering in big spots.
On the wing, Murray. Green covering. Releases. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
ICE. Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Now here's Green. On the wing, Brooks. Thompson, a screen on Murray. Here's Brooks. And again, it's Houston.
And this team is counting on Brooks in big-time moments. And guess what? Dillon delivers.
And it's Murray finishing it off.
And we know Murray can get it done in these big moments. I mean, he can be just fearless.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
All right, the Rockets making a switch here. Whitmore's checked in. Brooks outside. Down low. Thompson. Oh, he nails it!
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Jokic the screen. Murray from outside. Murray can't get that one to fall.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Whitmore. Misses in close.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Şengün with a steal. Whitmore with it. He's against Watson. Count it!
Late here in the quarter, they still have a foul to give.
Jokic way outside. No good from three-point range. And here's Easton. And so it's the Rockets who come out on top here. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They
Has certainly grown since your time in the league. Do you think that can lead to too many voices in the locker room?
I really don't think that's an issue, Kevin, because no matter how many coaches you have, typically they are all in sync, and the head coach has usually put his staff together, and therefore they're moving in the same direction.
Now Golden State's starting five. They've got Peyton, Butler out there with Green, then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
Wide open look here for Murray, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Post. Butler sets a screen for Peyton. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. In the corner, Murray with it. The three. Here's Gordon. Murray outside. 6 to shoot. Now Jokic. Back to Murray. And a miss there on the triple.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Curry, wide open, connects from three-point range. Curry's got 6.
And you can see how the entire arc is open for Curry. There's no part of it where he's timid about shooting.
Murray, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Curry. He's got 6. The three-pointer, no good. Well, Clark, we know Nikola Jokic has many interests out, and again, another assist.
And he's nearing this franchise's single-season record for assists. He has been piling them up all year long.
He and his teammates have such chemistry at this point. There's that unspoken connection and understanding of how they want to play. Here's Post. Green with a screen for Butler. They kick it out to Green. Drills it from outside.
You've got to respect Green at the arc. If he gets open out there, he can make you pay.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Briefly spoke with David Adelman. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler. And he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Murray following the basket by Stephen Curry.
Yeah, that's just playing smart basketball that time. Murray doing a really good job to set himself up to get free for his shot.
Peyton against Murray. Peyton kicks to Curry. He takes it in. That's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Outside Gordon. Fires from deep. Buries it from three-point range.
I think this is an area that Gordon has really improved. Now a legitimate threat from outside the arc.
Curry looking it over. Outside, Green. Pass to Peyton. Here's Post. Fires the three. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for, fella.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Curry. 8 points for him. Butler sets a screen for Curry. And the three off target. The Nuggets leading by 5. And finished off by Porter.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Murray, good.
Murray doing whatever it takes to find the shot. Dynamic play from Jamal.
And stolen by Murray. With 4 seconds on the clock, he lays it in. Murray's got 11 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nuggets.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. You've got Stephen Curry. Green is out there with Butler. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Post in at the center position.
Boy, how consistently good Steph's been over the course of his career. Really remarkable. What a teammate, what a leader, what a player.
Clark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough. You know, that's just simply outstanding focus. Butler is used to getting hit on the way up, expects to be bumped and jostled around, and still muscles his shots in.
Here's Murray. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Warriors trail by 6. Payton passes to Curry. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. And Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Murray dishes to Gordon. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And it's Gordon with the finish.
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
Here's Curry. Curry gets it to go inside. Clark, obviously, this is a results league for head coaches. And we're always going to see lots of changes at that position.
I think you're exactly right. I don't necessarily agree with it all the time. I would like to see owners and general managers and decision makers be a little more patient, give coaches a little more runway. But we know it's a results-oriented league, and oftentimes the reality is that it's easier to change one coach than it is perhaps to change a handful of players on a roster that's not performing.
Here's Curry with the 3. Porter pulls it in. And here's Denver. They're on a 10-2 run here to the paint. A slam by Jokic.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on him.
Curry with the bounce pass.
2 minutes.
Butler on the wing, guarded by Porter. Butler against Porter. From 15 feet away, And it's Butler missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun.
Payton kicks to Butler. They set the screen. Butler on the move. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Now that's a big-time take by Butler, showing just how tough he is on those physical drives to the rim.
Kicks it out to Gordon for the three. They get the rebound. Watson, the pass to Gordon. Back to Watson. Tries again. On the wing, Gordon. Denver needs to get off his shot. Lets the three fly. Watson's shot is off. Warriors trail by 12. Outside Curry. Gordon against Butler. In the paint, Butler.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And he has not been able to keep up that pace he had going in the first quarter.
Green in the post. Watson's there. Launches it. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
How about that one? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
When you have fewer possessions than your opponent, your chances decrease. They have to find a way to rebound in the second half.
Taking a peek now. And that's all for us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
They've got Saric, and it's Drawther in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Pachinski grabs the board. Shot by Hield, nobody around. No good on the 3.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And here's a look at some stats for Westbrook. Some last season stats for him. Last season chipped in 11 points per game, 4 assists and 5 rebounds. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, his scoring turns the tide.
There's the pick. Down low. Pass to Jackson Davis. Over Saric. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Denver leading by 10. Brown the pass to Najee. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Hield outside. Now Moody. Jacks up a three. Good on the three-point shot. Moody's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Westbrook lays it up and banks it in. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
You know, Westbrook able to score from anywhere. He just is so assertive and confident in what he can do out there.
And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Hield outside. Kuminga sets a screen for Hield. To the wing on the left. Three-pointer. And it's Denver with the rebound. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And it's Denver scoring again.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. BA thanks. Here's Strother. Jackson Davis defending. Brown. Westbrook passes to Brown. Out to Sharch. Denver passing it around. And the dunk by Westbrook.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Hield the pass to Kuminga. Right side Westbrook. The shot by Sharch, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
And it's denied. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. .35 seconds left here in the third quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Moody. And he stays with it.
Offensively, I think they've just been a little out of sorts. Had much better flow in the first half.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Outside, Kuminga. Trying to get something going. Got a piece of it. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Nuggets ahead. They lead. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kuminga out there with Moody. Then it's Hield. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Podziemski in at point. Here's Podziemski. There's the screen. Pass to Jackson Davis. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. 4 on the clock. Kuminga sets a screen for Hield. Goes back up. Now Podziemski. On the wing, Heel. Guarded by Porter. And Kuminga throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for him.
Greg, he keeps, and another assist for him.
And he's been piling up the assists all season.
In fact, that last assist tied him for the most in a single season in franchise history. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take five. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, but thus far, it's been on.
And another thing they've been exceptional at is their passing. On-target ball movement has gotten them a lot of assists tonight.
And the Warriors with the completely new 5 on the floor. Curry's shot is good.
How about the quickness on the drive from Curry? The moment he finds his opening, that guy is off to the races.
Murray, good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Green with a screen for Curry. Clark, when you played, virtually every team had an enforcer. But that is a rare breed, it seems, in today's game.
Yeah, that's a good observation by you, I think, Kevin. I mean, a lot of teams had more than one enforcer back in the early 80s when I was playing. There's less physicality in general in the NBA today. And I think that's why you see fewer enforcers, and there's a much greater premium on skill level than the enforcement component that existed in the early 80s and maybe a little beyond that.
Here's Butler. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You look at Butler and his tenacity jumps out at you. It's incredible. That's one of the reasons you love Butler. Awesome at attacking and earning trips to the foul line when he penetrates.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. From the arc. They get it back. Gordon. Great tee that time from Green.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And Butler gets it to go on the assist from Green. 13 points for Butler.
The well-put-together Butler proving that he's just a little too strong there, not allowing the physical defense to stifle him at all.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Back to Gordon.
Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game.
Clark, as you look at the career of Aaron Gordon, he has blossomed into an elite role player.
Yeah, and I love the fact that he's done that. He's embraced his role. He's embraced taking fewer shots and playing more defense and getting on the glass more and making hustle plays. Not everybody would do what Aaron has done. It's a credit to him that he's been able to, again, embrace, not just accept, but embrace the role that he serves for that championship team.
Jokic, no good.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on you.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nuggets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in the season finale between these two teams, they seal the deal, making smart adjustments along the way to finish out the year with an impressive 3-1 record against the Warriors.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jamal Murray.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Payton with it, now guarded by Porter. Payton passes to Curry. No good on the triple. Watson surveying the D. Pass to Jokic. From deep three-point territory. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this. They won this game. Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David
Some NBA. Basket. Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Stephen Curry, Green out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Gary Payton II, and it's Post in at the 5, down low. And for the Rockets, they've got Thompson. Dylan Brooks is out there with Tari Eason. Then there's Alperen Şengün, and it's Green in at the point guard position. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
Here's Curry. Rebounded by Green.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Yeah, and Green has tons of confidence in his three-point shot, and it was on display right there as he knocked it down.
Now let's send it over to Ali LaForce, who was able to talk with Ime Udoka.
I wanted to know how he planned on tackling the Jimmy Butler problem. He told me, I want to make everything as hard for him as possible, anything we can do to bother him and to get him to be even a little less aggressive, trying to put out the fire before it starts. That's the plan. Back to you.
All right, Ali, thanks once again.
And just as tough as they come, Dylan Brooks battling for 2 points.
Butler, a screen on Thompson. Outside, Green. 6 to shoot. Butler on the wing. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Şengün, a screen on Butler. Green, the pass to Şengün. Out to Thompson. Oh, stolen by Payton. Fast break, here we go. And here's Butler outside. Buries it from 3. Butler's got 5.
And that's how you share the ball. They got what they wanted, and Butler put the finishing touches on it.
Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience of Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Outside for Green. Şengün, a screen on Payton. Back to Şengün. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. Oh, got a piece of it. Outside, Green. Outside for Brooks. Pass to Thompson. Right wing. Here's Şengün. No good on the triple. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Rockets. Here's Green. He's got 5. Thompson with a screen. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Gary Payton II.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
And both free throws good for Green. One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, So that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons. I mean, what's new? Steph, 3 more. That's a whistle he did not want to hear. His second foul, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
This is the second trip to the line in the game. LeBron, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Count it.
And Peyton knows when he should look to score, especially when he's near the rim.
There's a screen. Here's Green, and it's hammered home by Green. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Curry against Thompson. Butler, a screen on Thompson. Curry looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Şengün. And Brooks has got the ball here for the Rockets. Home court didn't seem to help last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
They lost the battle of the second units the last time these teams played and lost the game.
Şengün. Well, it was only a matter of time before they finally get the bucket.
Yeah, great positioning and timing from Şengün there. And his height helps a little too.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Butler passes to Green. Brooks against Butler. The shot won't fall. Good D by Şengün. Outside, Green. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Jalen Green making highlights for the Houston Rockets. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, showing grit on the glass is a good way to gain an advantage. They controlled the boards in the first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
They've got Dillon Brooks. Jalen Green is out there with Thompson. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Şengün in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Now here's Butler. 17 points for him last game against the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Green against Butler. Pass to Eason. Launches it. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Eason's got his second basket on the night.
And that's just an all-around talent there. I mean, Green is dependable at finding his open teammates.
And here's Butler outside. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Thompson. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Outside Curry. And there's a pick. And a miss there on the triple. The Rockets lead by 8. Brent, you could hit the 3 back in your day, and no doubt, Stephen Curry is the best three-point shooter in league history. What makes him so good from deep?
To me, BA, it comes down to the way that Steph goes about his habits in practice. If you ever watch footage of him in pregame warm-ups or in the offseason, there is so much variability in what he does in terms of preparing his feet and hands to shoot the basketball. There's no one that practices the way that Steph does. There's no one that produces the way that he does either.
Stephen Curry is still playing, but the debates have already started about where he ranks among the all-time greats, Brent.
Well, BA, it's a matter of opinion, but if your opinion is that he shouldn't be up there, shame on you. At 6'2", this guy is pound for pound, maybe the best player that's ever suited up in this league.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations. I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you.
And going all out on the break, Green saw his chance and makes it a one-man show.
Curry, that's good.
Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
Brooks a screen on Butler. Pass to Thompson. Back to Green. Brooks a screen on Butler. Brooks outside. The three is up. Outside for Green. Puts up a three. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Green's got 16 points now.
And you'd think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
And here's Curry for three. It's rebounded by Houston. It's tipped. Here's Post, defended by Eason. Three-pointer. Eason pulls it in. Houston leading by 11. Here's Thompson. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Houston shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with. This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Green in the post. Butler covering. And it's hammered home by Green.
And right now, Green's got the hot hand, and it would be wise to keep going to him.
On the wing, Curry, defended by Thompson. Here's Butler. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Pass to Brooks. This one for three. The rebound by Post. Warriors trail by 14. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside for Butler. It's stolen by Green. And here comes the break. Jumps up. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Now here's Curry. The three. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. The Rockets on top, up by 16. Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, you're deep.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
The offense has been well engineered, kind of like diesel engine, but much, much more advanced. More like a...
And now here's something that's... And that's it for halftime.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
On the floor for the Warriors. They've got Draymond Green. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Butler, and it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint. Kuminga, the pass to Moody. Back to Kuminga. Pass to Podziemski. Boom! He jams it straight down.
You can see more and more of that first team mentality developing with Kuminga looking for the teammate's best shot.
What a rookie year for Brandon Pajemski. A seamless transition into the league.
You talk about a guy who could come in and contribute right away. I remember the stretch last year. He had 3 straight games with double-doubles without a turnover. Now, that's some heady play for a rookie. Pajemski, he's got a great calmness and a great demeanor about him, always willing to make the next play.
Yeah, and you have to like the patience there. Smith reading the defense and then attacking.
Warriors trail by 19. Pajemski with it. Outside Kuminga. Launches a 3. It's hauled in by Landale. Houston has gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Brent, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, B.A., I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
And the Warriors making a change here. Jackson Davis is checked in, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. They set a pick. 5 on the clock. Hield with the ball. Guarded by Smith. Moody from outside. Nails it from 3.
Well, Hield right there on the yield, waiting for someone to get open.
A moment to hear from Ali LaForce.
KBA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Ali, a great floor general. Thanks for that. Now here's Whitmore. He's scoreless. Smith with a screen on Hield. Here's Whitmore. Soft touch off the glass.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Outside Pajemski. Driving inside. Pass to Jackson Davis. He got a piece of it. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Here's Landale. And he dunks it down.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Not the tallest center in the league, he more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
In the third, 2 minutes.
Outside Whitmore. Back to Smith. Pass to Whitmore. Not going to go that time. Hield with the defensive effort. Kuminga down low. Working on Green. Outside Kuminga. Outside Hield. Outside Pajemski for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Smith left side. 1:10 left in the third. Here's the 3. Kuminga pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Out to Hield. Tipped. And that'll be Golden State's ball as it goes out of bounds. Warriors able to keep possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Now here's Hield. Still without a bucket. Now Whitmore. To the inside. Landale. He's off on the layup. Jackson Davis with it. Guarded now by Whitmore. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
With some enthusiasm, Kuminga saw his chance to dunk it, and he took it.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Smith with a screen on heel. Here's Whitmore outside. Can't get it to drop. Here's Moody. Outside Kuminga. And that's not gonna go. And so it's Houston leading by 17 at the end of the period. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Jalen Green is out there with Thompson. Then it's Tari Eason. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Green.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Outside Curry to the middle. Here's Post. Outside Payton. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Back comes Houston in transition. And it's hammered home by Green.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
Post shot, no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
To the paint. Out to Thompson from deep. Drains the triple.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Now here's Curry. Inside, Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
The Rockets lead by 19. Outside, Green. Let's go with a 3. And Houston, another 3.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Curry against Thompson. Green with a screen on Thompson. Unloads. It's hauled in by Houston. Easton's got 4 rebounds in the game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Thompson's shot is off. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Pass to Post. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 11 rebounds in the game. Brooks, the pass to Şengün. Lets it fly. Another one falls for Houston.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here's Curry. And the Warriors miss again.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
Now here's Curry. Butler on the wing. The 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
So much talk about Steph's scoring ability, but he's also a great facilitator.
Here's Green.
Oh, my!
Nobody is stopping that.
Way up there in the rafters.
Insane!
What a finish!
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure.
And he's easily led the way on the boards tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Rockets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And what a huge performance it was for Jalen Green.
And his activity level on defense, self-evident, racking up steals, deflections. I mean, he was a handful tonight.
Now here's Peyton. Pass to Butler. And his fifth basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
A great job by Peyton, just seeing the floor and then making the play for someone else.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Green, the pass to Eason. Deflects the pass.
Out of bounds.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. "20 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And it's Brooks missing. Outside Curry. And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. Porter is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Watson in at the small forward. And for Houston, Tari Eason is out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Jalen Green. And it's Şengün in at the center, locking down the middle. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now here's Murray. With the drive. Yes, that goes in. Murray's got the first points of the night for the Nuggets.
Guards like Murray, they are so good when they're attacking the rim.
Şengün with the screen for Green. An easy 2 points on the layup.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, we all know Murray is a shooter, but look out. He can finish, too.
Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now here's Green. 8 points his last outing. Pass to Thompson. 5 on the clock. To the middle. Out to Brooks. Over Watson. Brooks misses.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And you got to be aware of where Jokic is on the break. Analyzes transition situations and takes advantage of it.
We know very few players in the league can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can, don't we?
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size. He's got that high release, and he gets it off quick. When he's shooting it well, he can take over a game.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things.
Stolen by Gordon. Murray against Green. And Murray, here we go. And then Murray with the jam.
And this is Murray at his best, probing inside and finding avenues to the basket using that athleticism.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his first foul. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
Checking out the stats for Jokic. Coming off a terrific season. He was around 26 points a game last year, 12 rebounds and 9 assists. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that makes life easier for his teammates. He demands so much defensive attention.
Now, here's Green, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Brooks against Murray. Will it go? And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
And he plays with swagger, and when Brooks makes plays like that, it just fuels his fire even more.
GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right?
Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
Are you kidding me?
My goodness, Aaron Gordon putting on a show.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream.
Green knows that he needs to take and make threes at a good clip. Nice shot there.
And the shot goes in.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Out to Brooks. And it's Houston with another.
And Brooks needs to keep taking and making those jumpers. It's only going to help his confidence.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Jokic passes to Gordon. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Alperen Şengün.
Jokic is such an intelligent player. He'll bait guys into a foul, whether it's with the pump fake or something else.
The amazing Nikola Jokic, Stan. How fun is this guy for us to watch every time we do a game?
Yeah, he's such an interesting guy, Kevin. He's got so many skills, and he's led the league in touches, but he's near the bottom in how long the ball sticks in his hand, constantly making quick decisions and passes. This guy is really like watching the best we've ever seen.
I would agree. And what a quality to know where to go with the ball when the pressure arrives. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
17 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Brooks. Banked in off the glass. Brooks has got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Murray, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Denver Nuggets ahead by 9. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Denver.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Murray out there with Porter. And it's Watson in at the 3 slot.
Let the big fella eat. Şengün just doing his thing down low.
Murray scanning the floor. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And it's Brooks in the corner. Back to Eason. Poked loose, stolen by Gordon. And Watson has it in the corner. To the wing right side. Another possession, another assist.
And he's nearing this franchise's single-season record for assists. He has been piling them up all year long.
He and his teammates have such chemistry at this point. There's that unspoken connection and understanding of how they want to play. Green kicks to Brooks. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Brooks has got 10 points in the game. Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
Murray against Green. Jokic with the screen on Green. Wide open look here for Murray. From outside, off the mark. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. 6-point game. Easton passes to Şengün. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And it's Gordon missing.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Well, it's not what he's known for, but Jokic can throw it down when the chance presents itself.
Green with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own. The Nuggets leading by 8. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside Gordon. Jokic finds Gordon. Inside. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Gordon. And it's a 10-point Denver lead.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Şengün with the screen for Brooks. Pass to Şengün from past the arc. Rebound by Murray. Denver's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Back to Watson. No good with the triple. Rockets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Brooks, the pass to Şengün. They kick it out to Green. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Green's got 10.
Oh, not even thinking about it. When Green is catching and firing like that, you know he's feeling it.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Jokic, and stolen by Şengün. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Jokic throws it down.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Now here's Green. He's covered by Watson. Green kicks to Thompson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some. And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Rockets.
Where's the intent?
And that's a halftime wrap.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Jabari Smith is out there with Green. Then there's Jayshawn Tate. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Landale in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good bets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Screen by Sharich. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Landale. Pass to Tate. Clock at 6. Smith the pass to Tate. And he uses the glass on the layup. Tate's only got his first bucket of the night.
And good pass right there from Smith Jr. His teammates appreciate that selflessness. Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
And there's the ferociousness. Got to enjoy Westbrook taking flight and slamming it down there with authority. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
Here's Brown. There's the drive. That one goes. Count it. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's Whitmore. It's deflected.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Pass to Brown. Here's Najee. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Sharich. Rebound by Jeff Green. Nuggets trail by 11. 21st pick in the 2022 draft, Christian Brown, who won a title with Denver during his rookie year. And their coach, Michael Malone, used him in certain situations, and he flourished.
Well, you know, Kevin, he won a college championship the year before. This guy's played in a lot of high-pressure games, and that is what has given Michael Malone the confidence to go with him. He was ready for those moments.
Ready indeed. Smith sets the pick for Whitmore. Sinks the triple. Whitmore's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Rockets.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Russell Westbrook. How he performed last season. Averaged about 11 points a game, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
Whitmore, tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Westbrook against Smith, and foul on the shot. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regard
Team foul. After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammates. That is pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at the Nuggets. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Michael Porter's out there with Murray. And it's Watson in at the 3. Here's Murray. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Yeah, exceptional focus from Murray offensively tonight.
Up the floor. Puts up a 3. The Rockets pull it in. Şengün's got 6 rebounds here tonight. On the wing, Green, guarded by Porter. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün still able to play above the rim.
Pass to Jokic. Oh, throw it down, Nikola Jokic.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Outside, Green. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And Green slams it in.
Well, once Green gets inside, he has the body control to adjust to the defender there and finish.
Pass to Şengün. Now Eason. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Now, here's Jokic. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Nuggets trail by 12. Here's Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Known as a terrific passer at his position, Şengün excels at finding the open man.
Murray dishes to Gordon. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Green deciding where to go with it. And there's the drive.
Emphatic 2 points from Green. Great to see him being aggressive and not settle for jumpers.
And Murray's got the ball here for Denver. They've led by as many as 14 points. Porter with it. Now defended by Şengün. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Well, when Jokic gets it low, he's so hard to dislodge. You can bump him all you want, but it's usually no use.
And the call up against Jokic. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Got a piece of it. Jokic with the steal.
Well, that's just a great feel for where the ball was going. He got himself in the right place and made the steal.
Murray for 3. The Rockets pull it in. And here we go with Brooks running up the court. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. Thompson, a screen on Murray. To the inside, and Thompson throws it down.
Heads-up play by Green, using the pick and roll to create space for his team.
Pass to Murray. From deep, Jokic. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got assist number 5 here tonight. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And also the hustle showing through with all those steals, not giving much breathing room for the offense to operate. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Nuggets.
The one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Jamal Murray.
Well, we saw some exceptional passes from him tonight. His vision did a lot to elevate their offense.
Jokic passes to Porter. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And a wide open look for Porter. That's in there. Murray with the assist. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And in the win. Much appreciated, David. And that'll do it, folks. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Murray out there with Michael Porter. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. And for the Warriors, we've got Jimmy Butler. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Post in at the center position. What's not to love about opening day, Grant? Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
Now here's Curry. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And David West in the house. Take it in the game.
You know, West won a pair of rings with the franchise. I'm sure Warrior fans are happy to see him here in the building.
On the take. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
The quickness of Curry makes quick defensive reads, knowing precisely when to knife inside.
Here's Murray. And it's Murray finishing it off.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Here's Post. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Green. From downtown, and it's Stephen Curry with the 3. Curry's got 5 now.
Intelligent basketball. Keep feeding the hot hand.
Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Jokic. And here's Denver. Here's Murray to the middle. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, the vertical Gordon has is phenomenal. So why settle for the layup when you can just slam it down?
Now here's Curry. He shoots. And he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high quality shooting.
Outside Watson. Back to Murray. Out to Gordon. Fires the 3. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
And how great are they playing? 4 for 4 shooting to start this one.
Now here's Curry. He's got 7. Knocks down the long J. 10 points for him.
Nobody answers the call better than Stephen Curry.
Here's Murray. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Curry. He's got 10. Pass to Payton. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Watson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Watson taking 2.
And that's good as he hits both shots. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
1:41 left in the opening quarter. Curry looking it over. Pass to Post. Shot clock at 5. Curry's shot is off. The Nuggets lead by 4. Watson passes to Porter. And the shot goes. Porter's got 5.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Outside Curry. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Porter, the pass to Murray. Porter with a screen on Butler. Butler against Murray. Here's Watson. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Now here's Curry. 10 points for him. There's a screen. Pass to post. Shot to stop the run. The rebound by Murray. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. And here's Jokic outside, rebounded by Green. Outside Curry. It could go. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Denver, finishing the quarter with an 8-point. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Nuggets.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
We've got Green. Stephen Curry is out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Butler, and it's Post in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's yet another assist.
And he's nearing this franchise's single-season record for assists, piling them up all year long.
And he and his teammates have such chemistry at this point. There's that unspoken connection and understanding of how they want to play. Green with a screen on Porter. Butler passes to Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Right side, Porter. Gordon against Payton. And Gordon with the big finish.
And the athleticism of Gordon helps on the offensive glass. I just love when he goes after the second chance scoring opportunities like that.
Curry with it. 10 points for him. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Great D that time from Jokic. You know, for all the accolades thrown Stephen Curry's way, Richard, I've heard you say he might be the best conditioned player ever.
Absolutely. When you think about all the ground he covers every single game, his stamina is still something that I will always be impressed with.
Outside Payton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Payton's gotten his first basket of the night.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Jokic, no good. Warriors trail by 10. To the paint. Here's Green. Here's Post, covered by Jokic. Beyond the arc. He buries it from 3. Post has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's the teardrop. The big man, Jokic.
Yeah, there's that guard touch of Jokic. Simply incredible for a man his size.
The 3 from Curry. And the Warriors with another 3.
And that's his first triple this quarter. 3 total for the game.
Out to Gordon. A minute 53 left to play in the first half. Pass to Jokic from the arc. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 6 assists now in the game. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Post shot, no good. Denver leading by 9. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Murray drives in. Count it. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. Puts up a deep three. It's good! Curry with a long-range bomb.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Here's Murray. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Stephen Curry.
And this is a tricky move by Murray, getting the defense off balance and drawing the foul.
And so he hits both.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
40 seconds left in the first half of this one. Here's Curry. Oh, and he got fouled on it. And they stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
At the line for the Warriors, Stephen
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
First one falls for him.
And some consider Curry to be the greatest shooter of all time. And by some, I mean all. And he is capable of getting hot in a hurry.
The Nuggets lead by 8. Outside Murray. Pass to Jokic. They kick it out to Murray. Back to Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Jokic muscles it down.
Powerful stuff from the Joker. The defense doesn't want any of that, and I don't blame him.
Green finds Butler. Green with a screen on Porter. Butler surveying the floor. And so it's Denver earning this break in the action. Up 10. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
please direct your attention to center.
Taking a look here at Denver, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes. And
guys, let's go back now and discuss that first half and the stellar play of Jamal Murray.
So when Murray gets...
Glad you could join us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
On the court for Denver, Dario Saric is out there with Zeke Naji. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Christian Brown. And it's Strother in at the 2-guard spot. They set the pick. Here's Hield. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
As a larger guard, Hield can get up with the big boys.
Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter. Oh, big finish!
Wow. Okay, I see you.
An explosive talent. When Westbrook gets room to take flight, he goes for it.
And Hield puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Naji. Denver leading by 12. Brown's shot is good.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
Golden State has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the 3-point line in this game. Outside Hield. The ball's knocked loose. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. Brown's shot is good. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
Ooh, coming out hot, hot, hot. 4 out of 4 for the field. Okay.
Will it go? And again, no good by Golden State.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Charic outside. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball.
Denver basketball.
And now a look back at last year's top shooting teams in the NBA. The Nuggets, 4th.
They were so consistent with their shooting. Maybe not lights out, but they played smart and didn't let good looks go to waste.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Now here's Westbrook. Tight defense on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brown.
And that's their first miss after hitting 4 in a row to start the half.
Misses the 3 to the inside. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Pass to Strother. Fires from deep. Warriors with the rebound. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
In BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
And it's Healed, missing.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Richard, you evolved as a shooter over the course of your career. Talk about developing shooting in the NBA game.
Well, it dictates what kind of offense you can run. You don't need a bunch of good shooters, but if you've only got 1 or 2, your interior play better be strong.
And again, it's Denver missing. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Pass to Jackson Davis. Charic against Kuminga. And he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Brown, defended by Pajemski. Brown passes to Najee. Najee sets a screen. Gets the 3 to fall. Brown's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending. Guy's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Brown's shot is good.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Pass to Jackson Davis. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Jackson Davis has gotten 4 this quarter.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Westbrook, the pass to Brown. Pass to Najee. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds.
Basketball.
52 seconds left in the third. Here's Kuminga, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, when you look around the league at the young players, Kuminga is one of the stars.
It's hard to ignore the work that he's done in his young career. Already a part of a championship team. There is no doubt he's blossoming into a star in this league. We got to keep an eye out for him.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Warriors trail by 17. Here's Pajemski. Off the mark there with a 3. Back come the Nuggets on the run, and finished off by Westbrook.
The ideal fast break option. Westbrook plays with energy and explosion in the open court.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Healed from outside. Knocks it down from distance. Healed's got 5 points. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Denver. They led the game at 1 point by 20. With the drive, pass to Najee. Oh, Denver gets it back. Out to the wing. Here's Strother. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Denver Nuggets in control. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Here's Curry. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Draymond Green. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Post in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. From deep, Jokic drops in the 3.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Curry with it, guarded now by Watson. Outside Curry. 8 makes out of 15 shots. He's got it going.
And this has become expected from Curry. Everyone knows how dangerous he is at getting to his spots and capitalizing.
And the dunk by Jokic.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
And here's Curry. 4-3. Curry with another miss.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Butler with a steal. In transition, here come the Warriors.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Offensive rebound. And here's Jokic outside. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Jokic has got 9 points in the quarter.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Outside Curry. There's the triple. And it's Denver with a rebound. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Here's Watson. And again, Denver with a 3.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
On the wing, Curry. On the wing, Payton. Fires for 3. Counted from distance.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Outside Curry. 3-pointer. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Golden State has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the 4th. And it's rejected. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. And the basket by Curry. The Nuggets lead by 20. Now Jokic. They kick it out to Murray. Jokic with a screen on Curry. Murray for 3. They get it back. Tries again. And Jokic lays it up and in.
So listen, I mean, whether you put a body on Jokic or you don't, he will sneak in there for a second chance opportunity.
Here's Curry. And he lays it up and in. Curry's got 7 points for the quarter.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And the dunk by Jokic.
Helps his team in so many ways. Jokic is more than just a leader.
And here's Curry for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And it's hammered home by Green.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Nuggets.
They had more assists and shot the ball more efficiently. Those things tend to go hand in hand.
And that's so true. Without a doubt, their ball movement was essential to winning this game.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they end up winning the season series. Always feels good to have that upper hand over an opponent.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Nikola Jokic.
The work he put in on the glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions.
And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Watson. From outside the arc. Murray passes to Watson. Jokic with it. Jacks up a three. Can't get it to go. 9 for 14 now. 40 seconds left in the final quarter. Outside Curry. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Looking unstoppable. Even the foul can't hold back Curry's shot.
26 seconds left to play in the fourth. And it's Murray finishing it off.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. So no problem for Denver as they get the win. Boy, this crowd had... All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Richard Jefferson. Welcome to our Wednesday night coverage. Of the NBA. Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. Tari Eason is out there with Dylan Brooks. Then there's Alperen Sengun. Then it's Jalen Green, and it's Thompson in at the 2. And for the Warriors, they've got Gary Payton II. Jimmy Butler out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Post in at the center position. Here's Curry, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
When you talk about shot mechanics, Curry is as close as you can get to perfect. I mean, you can tell he puts a lot of work into that part of his game, and it pays off.
And that one falls for Curry. And it's opening night. Great to be here with you, Clark.
Always great to be with you as well, B.A. And this is perhaps my favorite night of the year when you talk about the NBA opening night. So much excitement, so much anticipation, and we know the rest of the season will deliver.
And it's Green missing.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Here's Curry, and the layup falls.
Hey, inside Curry has all the tricks. Floaters, scoop shots, fallaways, left hand, right hand. However he has to do it, he will.
Green for 3. He drops it from range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now Curry. Green with a screen on Thompson. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
After years of finishing at the bottom of the West, things are looking up for the Rockets, Clark.
You know, B.A., they've done a really good job of drafting and developing players. That combination can allow you to move forward. And along with signing complementary veterans, that adds to the mix as well. And they've done a nice job. And they've got future draft capital, too. So the Rockets are certainly on the rise.
Five to shoot. Brooks with the rebound.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Outside for Green. There's the drive, and then jammed it down as he goes right over Jimmy Butler.
Some of these dunks he throws down are absolutely absurd. What an athlete Green is.
Thompson against Curry. Shot from 16. Curry with another miss. The Rockets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Outside Curry. They set the pick. Down low. Here's Post. Lays it up and banks it in.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
2 minutes remaining.
Brooks outside. There's the 3. Rebounded by Butler.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
To the left wing. Here's Eason. And And the three-pointer goes.
Good read from Green there, getting better at sensing when his teammates are wide open and need the ball.
A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Curry. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Brooks, the pass to Eason. Back to Brooks. The three is up. The rebound by Post.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Green, the pass to Payton. Green, a screen. Uses the glass on the layup.
Inside, Green can be very aggressive and physical, allowing him to do work scoring the ball.
Brooks a screen on Butler. Green against Butler. And that one's good. Green. Green's got 7 points in the game. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 2. Takes it inside. Outside for Green. Lets the three fly. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Curry. He's got 5.
You've got to respect Green at the arc. If he gets open out there, he can make you pay.
Here's Eason. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Green. No good on the buzzer beater. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. The Rockets on top, up by 2. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Houston.
You know, right from the start it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points too.
But also you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
So the Houston 5 right now. Dylan Brooks is out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Green. Then there's Alperon Şengün. And it's Thompson in at the 2 spot. To the left side wing. Green, a screen. Here's Post. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston leading by 4. Thompson right side. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Payton passes to Green. Here's Post. Fires the 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Houston has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. Houston shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And the free throw, no good. Well, Grant, with money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
There's a screen. They double-team Curry. Outside Payton. Green for 3.
They've struggled to generate consistent offense this quarter.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Out to Thompson. And here is Green. Şengün, a screen on Curry. Outside, Green. Oh, Green with a strong take.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Butler, a screen on Thompson. Here's Curry. Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
Pass to Eason. Outside, Green. Şengün, a screen on Curry. And here's Green from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Green with a screen on Green. Outside for Butler. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
He sends it home from three-point land.
Nice find by Thompson. Now, good to see him sharing the ball like this.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Curry surveys, drives to the hoop. Outside Payton. They set the screen. Pass to post. Outside for Green. Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And here they come. Back to Thompson. To the wing, right side. Şengün finds Green. Second chance effort. And Şengün with the lay-in.
And their transition offense triggering this run.
Warriors trail by 13. Outside Butler. 1:10 left in the half. Butler, so crafty around the rim.
The well put together Butler proving that he's just a little too strong there, not allowing the physical defense to stifle him at all.
Butler against Green. Outside for Brooks. From behind the arc. Rebounded by Green. Oh, Brooks with the steal. Green, the pass to Şengün. 34 seconds left in the first half. Spins. And it's hammered home by Green.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop.
And fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
Butler, a screen on Thompson. Curry against Thompson. Outside for Butler. 5 on the clock. Takes the three. Jimmy buckets with the tray.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Oh, it's good! Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. That's how you beat the clock. Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer.
Whew. That's an impossible shot, man, even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty.
And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Rockets. Appreciate you joining us.
And so it's the Houston Rockets in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. We'll be right back with you shortly. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Nice game. Great performance by Jalen Green.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And, you know, that's not a job they ask him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
Stephen Curry is out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Green. And it's Post in at the 5. That's the Warriors 5. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. The Warriors, number 1. Houston, 4th.
And both of these teams really impressed when it came to rebounding the ball last year. That level of physicality and hustle is always great to see.
Warriors trail by 11. Outside Hield. There's a screen by Kuminga. Nifty move. Hield with the bucket, getting it done inside.
And I like whenever Hield attacks inside like this, exploiting the defense when they give him these chances.
You know, to be a high-volume shooter like Buddy Hield, you have to have a lot of self-confidence, Clark.
Well, not just self-confidence, BA. You better have the ability to knock down shots, and Buddy Hield has has that in spades. He can get it done from any direction he needs to, going right, going left off the catch. He can dribble into the three on occasion. And that shot he's got is pure.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Hield passes to Moody. Jackson Davis' screen lets it go from deep. They grab their own miss. Deflected! And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
Remains Golden State basketball.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Outside Pajemski. Outside Hield. 6 to shoot. Pass to Kuminga. Over Smith.
Smith with a nice job on that defensive stand. His length, really an asset.
Whitmore with it, and it's Hield picking him up. Green. The layup misses. Warriors trail by 11. Here's Jackson Davis. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
Here's Pajemski. Banked it in off the glass. Pajemski's got his first 2 points.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Here's the pick. Here's Tate. Outside Whitmore. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Hey, sometimes you miss even under the best of circumstances.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Back to Moody. The three is up. That shot, no good. Houston leading by 9. Tate with it. Now guarded by Moody. Here's Landale.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Whitmore outside. Puts up a three. Pure from three-point range. Whitmore's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
Boy, from the looks of it, it appears the defense is fine with him taking that shot, but he makes them pay when they do.
Kuminga against Green. Kuminga, the pass to Hield. Pass to Jackson Davis. Moody with it. Outside Pajemski. And here's Kuminga for three. It's hauled in by Landale. Landale's got 4 rebounds now. Now here's Whitmore. Guarded by Hield. Whitmore with it. Over Hield. And the Rockets tack on 2 more. Warriors trail by 14. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Outside Pajemski. Pass to Moody. To the inside. Here's Jackson Davis. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Golden State has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter.
Quite simply, one of the best three-point shooters in this game. That's Buddy Hield.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Whitmore. 5 points in the game. The Warriors pull it in. Jackson Davis has got 4 rebounds now. To the middle. Moody from outside. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Taking a look at the Rockets. They've got Tari Eason, Green out there with Amin Thompson. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Şengün in at the 5. Offensive rebound over to the left wing. And there's Şengün. That one's good on the assist by Brooks.
He's got a real nice feel for the game. Şengün's quick to make the most of an open look when it avails itself.
Curry with it. Green picks him up. Curry passes to Payton. Thompson against Curry. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside, Green. Out to the right wing. Şengün finds Brooks. Outside, Green. Lets the 3 fly. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
The 3 from Curry. Curry buries the triple.
The 3-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
To the right side. Fires for 3. Şengün, that's good. And the Rockets lead by 12.
You can see Şengün improving his 3-point shooting over time. I think it's all about him remaining confident.
Green, a screen. On the wing, Curry, defended by Thompson. Curry passes to Green. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
The closer the better for Draymond, but once he's in his comfort zone, he's good to go.
Eason with the ball. Green picks him up. Pass to Green. On the wing, Thompson. Green against Butler. Brooks a screen on Butler. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. The 3. Warriors with the rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute there because his shot making is not happening right now.
The Rockets lead by 10. Brooks, the pass to Green. Green's feeling it at the arc.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3 happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
The 3 from Curry. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
This is how competitive Curry is. He's got a great competitive spirit. You drain a 3 on him, guess what? He's looking to come right back at you.
And it's Green with the ball for the Rockets. They've led by as many as 14. And here's Thompson for 3. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry. Warriors trail by 10. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Green for 3. Green able to hit from 3.
A pleasant surprise for Draymond there. I mean, I love when he looks for his offense.
Thompson passes to Green. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Green, the pass to Brooks. Thompson outside. The 3. A rebound by Post. The Warriors have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Green against Curry. Clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Post shot, no good. Eason with the ball. Payton covering. Back to Eason. Thompson passes to Green. 19 seconds left in the fourth. Şengün, a screen on Curry. And here's Green from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. And so it's Houston winning this one. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have two choices.